All right, we just got done putting up our walls on our chicken coop. I'm just gonna go over what we all did today. So first off, we had to level out our spot for the chicken coop. We still got a little bit of evening out to do and leveling out, but for the most part, we're fairly flat. And then we also got our walls done today. So for our walls, we just have 2x4s. We're on 4-foot centers because that's how long our hardware cloth was. And we have those sandwiched between the two 2x4s. Our run is 16 feet from one end to the other, and we're 7 foot tall. And we got our space for our hen house, so that 16 feet is gonna include the hen house right here. So we technically only have a 8-foot run because the hen house is gonna be taking up 4 deep of that. And to connect our walls, we have some carriage bolts going all the way through, fastening everything together. All right, day 2 of working on the chicken coop. Today we did some leveling around the coop and got the coop into its final resting place. So we put some blocking around the outside to try to level everything out. Over on this corner, it was probably about 1.5 feet off from the highest corner. And we've got some pretty hard clay out here, so we didn't have any luck really digging out the outside over here. We also drove some rebar in just to keep everything square and staying where it's supposed to be. And we also had to bring in a bunch of dirt to try to build up the outside of the coop. We still have a little bit to bring in. We're a little shy around the corner, so we have room to install our dig apron around the outside, which we'll probably get to tomorrow. So until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody, so it's been a couple of days since I last checked in with you. And as you can see, we've got pretty much the entire coop done. We've moved the chickens in now. We've got the roof on. We've got all this wire up. We've got their watering in here. We got their food. And we've got the hen house done now. So we got our little egg hutches on the side, locking boxes. We don't have the dividers in just yet on this side. We do have them on the other side. Still need to get bedding in there, but the chickens aren't old enough to be laying eggs yet. So still got a little bit of time to do that. We got the windows in. Just for right now, we got a temporary kickstand in there for ventilation. Got a locking mechanism on there, as well as some wire in there so nothing can get in. And here's the actual hen house. So we got a lock on here, just some gate hardware. So we got these 2 doors, can pretty much open the entire thing. On the inside, we got a couple latches that we have to undo. There we go. So these open up. We've also got wire on the inside of these windows, both sides. That way we can keep them open in the summertime, keep ventilation in there. Got our roost bar. It's just wrapped in some rope. Get a little exercise for the feet. We got the deep litter method, so don't have to change it out too much. And when we do, we've got our bottom hatch there as well, so we just have to open that up and we can pull everything out. Got 2 more windows on the inside. Got a little ramp leading out to the outside. Got another egg hutch on this side with another window. Got latches on everything, all predator proof. And here's their rain system, watering system. Haven't completely finished that yet. We still need to get the gutters on the top. Close this, otherwise they're gonna try to come out and say hi to us. And around the bottom, we put in our predator proof apron, so just a couple inches below the ground. There's just a little bit more wire under there so nothing can try to dig in. Got a Dutch door out here, so we're able to just throw stuff in there without having to open up the entire door, letting all the chickens run out to us. Got another latch here. Still need to add our rope here because able to get locked in right now. show you guys their little watering system here. We got a pump for winter time to keep everything circulating, and then I've got a heater that I'm gonna drop into there, so I shouldn't have to worry about having frozen watering system in the winter time. So I just got a nipples here, get water out of. Need to lower it a little bit. I put it up a little bit too high whenever I put it in. And just got their ramp up to the inside. A couple more windows. Show you how these windows work. We're gonna get some hardware for these, so don't have to just have a little shim in there. So these just lock, open up, and we'll have something that we can prop them up open in the winter time or in the summertime. And then we got glass, just some Lexan so it doesn't shatter or yellow over time. They got their water, their food system. And once they get a little bit older, we'll install their run chicken door so they can come in and out at their leisure, because we're gonna let them free roam whenever they're old enough. And all right, well, I'll check in with you guys when it's probably pretty much done, because all we have to do is just add a couple more trim pieces around the outside, and then we're gonna have to paint everything. So that'll probably be our next step. I'll see you guys then. All right, everybody, it's been a couple of weeks since I last checked in. The reason being, I wanted to give all the treated lumber a little bit of time to dry out so I could put the primer paint on. So we got the primer paint on pretty much everything. I've went around and sealed around everything. That way we're not getting any water into anything. As you can tell, we've had a couple of rains and coop's gotten a little bit dirty, but from what I can tell, there's not any water leaking in anywhere. With here, this was one of the points that I was kind of concerned about, thinking that some water might be able to get in there, but it rained last night and it doesn't look like there's any water in there. We do have an egg. The chickens just started laying their eggs a week or two ago, so that's exciting. But one thing that I have noticed that we're gonna have to fix eventually, we're gonna have to put some gutters on, because whenever it rains, the water comes straight down and it started eroding around the chicken coop. But that was kind of a plan already, because we need to put gutters on here to aim down to the water barrel. But other than that, I still need to put some of the board and battens up there, and then I need to put the final coat on everything. This was just a sealer, just make sure I hit everything, and then make it pretty afterwards. But the chickens, they all seem like they're doing pretty good. They're liking the coop. Once they get a little bit older, we're gonna be putting a automatic chicken door on there. So we're gonna have to cut a hole through the wire to put that in. But other than that, that's all I've got for this video. In the future, well, I think my next plan is to, we're either gonna finish painting or we're going to be putting the water system in, so get all the gutters and everything on. But I'll see you guys then. See ya.